Hi guys, thank you so much for checking out yet another of my videos. If you've never seen any of my videos before, I'm basically working on my own indie game inspired by PlayStation 1 games such as Resident Evil 2, 3, Silent Hill, and Metal Gear Solid. It's a game that's gonna have zombies, it's a game that's gonna have puzzles, shooting, it's going to also have stealth elements. So you're gonna be able to hide, you're gonna be able to crawl just like Metal Gear Solid, you're gonna be able to knock on walls to distract zombies, to kind of clear your path to move in a certain direction if there are too many of them. And there's also going to be some other types of things in here, such as, for instance, bicycles. You know, it's part of the Dutch culture to cycle a lot, so there must be bicycles in the game that will, be usable. You'll be able to cycle around on it, and I will create scenes that, make it fun to cycle around. And also there will be some sequence where you can drive cars. So this game will be rather ambitious. And the funny thing is, if you've never seen my videos before, I've never done anything like this before. I started working on this game in April 2021 this year, and it's also the moment that I started learning how to make games and learning how to use 3D software. So I've never made a simple game before, so this is quite the undertaking, but I'm really enjoying it so far. So if you've seen my videos before, you will instantly notice how much things have improved in terms of atmosphere, the amount of assets. I think I really nailed the fog right now, because before the fog often kind of looked like it was too thick, like smoke almost, like you were in a sauna. And I think it's subtle now and it looks much better. So what I got so far, or well, what I put in after my last video, my last developing vlog or whatever, is this girl. So basically this is Kim, and in this specific scene she's distressed. So she's sitting there and she's all stressed out, and you can also examine things by pressing the action button. You see this square blinking. I'm gonna replace this with a arrow, so indicating that there's another line, or you should press the action button to continue. And I think it's really cool that you can now examine things, because that gives us the opportunity to create puzzles and find clues and all that. So you'll also be able to look at some other stuff. So just a side note here, this is just a template basically. I just put these things here just for the sake of practicing. They are not gonna be here in the final project, the final work. This van and this street instrument here called a draaiorgel in Dutch, or a barrel organ. These will not be at this specific spot. I just put it here to make it easy to quickly walk around and test things. As you can see, I created a bunch of different cameras, which is really cool. I created this statue actually just an hour ago. And of course, statues also give us an opportunity to create puzzles. So I intend to have him hold something in his left hand, and in order to release it, you'll have to do something. Which I'm not gonna spoil yet, but yeah. So those are the things I built in after my last video. I changed the atmosphere a lot. I worked on the lighting. The lighting is a lot better now. Camera work still needs some work. I basically am still experimenting with different cameras. So you'll see that the camera still kind of glitches sometimes, and maybe the angles are not all perfect yet. But it's a work in progress, and I'm quite happy with it so far. So in terms of gameplay, there's not a lot to show you just yet. I have to be honest, I've been mainly focusing on the visual aspect of things. But of course you're able to shoot, which right now I still use my mouse for to shoot. If you look carefully, you actually see a bullet come out. So that's what you're able to do. You're able to walk, you're able to turn around 180 degrees really quickly. You're able to walk backwards and then turn like that. And you're also able to crouch. And eventually you're also able to crawl around like Metal Gear Solid. But right now there's something wrong with this collider box, basically, because once you crawl, the collider box kind of get under the ground, so he sinks. So I still need to fix that. But you know, everything in good time. But what I want to show you is that I've also been working on the the actual mechanics of the game. So as you can see here, I have been working on a very simple looking scene, which allows me to practice and try out different code and all that to work on the actual gameplay without messing around with the game world that I'm quite happy with. So right now what you're able to do and is basically, I want you to be able to distract zombies. So I can press a button, for instance, I can throw a can to distract the zombie, and then the zombie will go to wherever the sound came from. You see, he's gonna explore that, and then he's gonna turn back when he thinks there's nothing there. So I can do that here too. And when he notices me, he will instantly speed up and charge me. So as long as he sees me still, he will, keep chasing me. So I have to get rid of him. Otherwise, he will just keep chasing me. He'll keep chasing me. Let me just slow down a bit so that he has a chance to keep chasing me. You see, he keeps sticking with me until he loses sight of me for a couple of seconds. So let's just see what happens when he really loses sight of me. See, it's hard to see because he's around the corner, but he's like looking around like, where did he go? And then he will go back to the points I set out for him. So I also created a system which allows him to follow a certain route in the game. And whenever he's distracted from that route, he will return to this after a couple of seconds. So I think this is really powerful. This, of course, still needs tweaking, but it allows us to distract zombies. And let's say if I create a large crowd of zombies right here, but I need to go there in order to enter a building, or there might be an item there that I need, I'm gonna have to distract these zombies. So let's say this one guy is a whole crowd, I can distract him, and then I can quickly swoop in here, So that's basically the idea that I have for the game. So you don't always need to use bullets, but yeah, basically that. So where is it? Yeah, I've been working on this thing today. Looks pretty cool. I took all the photos myself. So a little bit something about the future plans for the game. Basically, I still intend to release a demo sometime soon, and this demo will include this area which you see here. It will just be a small map, but the demo will be at least 30 minutes long. You'll be able to enter a couple of these buildings. Basically what you're gonna need to do is find some clues and some items to get into this church, and this church will be like the end of the demo. But of course the eventual game will be much longer. But this is just gonna be to showcase the actual gameplay and the mood and the whole concept that I worked out for this. It's gonna look a lot better than this. There's gonna be a lot more assets in it, and the gameplay is gonna be a lot better. But basically, yeah, you'll have to find some clues, some items. Meanwhile, there will be some zombies scattered around the park. You'll be able to shoot some, you'll be able to punch some, and you'll be able to hide from some, whichever approach you take. Of course, there will not be infinite bullets, so you'll have to switch your techniques, your tactics around. I also hope, but I'm not sure if I can get it done in time, I hope that I can make one of the bicycles usable so you can actually cycle around this park. That would be really fun if I can get that done in time. The eventual game will be a lot more complicated, and there will be way more scenes. And there will also be different types of gameplay. For instance, there will be a scene where you drive a car, and once you drive the car, you basically have to, avoid stuff on the road. And you're basically driving from a small village to this city. There will be a couple of cutscenes. There will be it will be a story-based game, so there will actually be a story. I've written a whole script already. It's gonna mostly evolve around these two characters, but there will be other characters as well. And there will also be scenes where you have to like cycle while being chased by zombies. There will be scenes where you just have to like when she's distressed like this, and she refuses to move, but the church bells just went all crazy, attracting zombies. You're gonna have to defend her for a couple of minutes until the zombies stop coming. So you're gonna have to stay near her and shoot zombies, push them away, whatever means you have. Also, I was talking about stealth. So basically you'll be able to crawl around, you'll be able to crawl under vents and all that, all created in such a way that you can, just to get around zombies. You'll be able to throw cans, which you find in garbage bins, which are not yet in the game, but soon will be. You'll also be able to sometimes find, some corpse, and you can put the blood and organs all over your raincoat. Just like in the Walking Dead series, to kind of stay unnoticed, kind of cover up your smell for a couple of minutes, because it's raining in this game. It's constantly raining, so the blood will actually rain off, and then you're basically screwed. So it's only for a couple of minutes, but it might give you an edge in certain situations. So I have a lot of cool ideas for this. If you have any cool ideas or any feedback, or you think this is really awesome and want to leave me a comment, please do so. I really like seeing those messages, and it encourages me to keep going, because to be honest, it's really tough for someone who has never done something like this before. And a shout out to Danny Arcadia. Without him, I'd probably not even be able to get the code done. He helps me a great deal with that and teaches me how to code. So thanks, man. Really appreciate it. All right. Thank you for checking out my video. If you want to see more updates, check out my Instagram account. I got new videos and screenshots there every couple of days. So yeah, thank you.